Hi everyone here and welcome to my channel, Susan Saucier. I will be doing my best to get you weekly messages that I am pulling oracle cards from or tarot cards occasionally, but channeling some messages for everyone. And if you like, please subscribe and hit the notification button so that you will always get these messages. I try to do my best to inspire and keep everything uplifted. So let's begin. So this week is for May 10th through May 16th of 2020. And the oracle card I pulled is Self-Respect from Archangel Michael. And it's interesting because during this time we're actually going into 3 powerful retrograding planets where you're sure to feel the intensity within your world around you. So first I would like to start a little bit about that. With Saturn going retrograde on May 10th through September 29th, this is a time where you'll need to find balance in receiving gifts and tying up any loose ends, like lessons from the past that might come around for you to review and learn from. And notice where in your life where you may be guided to take responsibility and set some important boundaries. This may be times where you are dealing with boundaries that you've set before but you haven't followed through on, so they will come back around again. Every time we have a planet in retrograde, it's a time to reassess and reevaluate. So it's kind of like going through a preview of an exam as it's coming around. So even though with Saturn, it can be a time of tough love, but more important, it's a reminder to choose your happiness by not allowing others to choose for you. So you're being guided to take the path of your true soul's passion by being responsible, being prepared for restrictions, because Saturn is about restrictions as well, and recognizing the lessons as they come back around to test you. So pay attention to that, because when you are, caught up in a moment of a difficult situation or an argument, and you can feel the anger or frustration flaring up, that's a good sign to recognize this could be a test coming around. I like to think of it like a pop quiz when you walk in, when you're in college or high school, whatever it may be, and you're not really prepared and you have a pop quiz and you're thinking, oh, how am I going to get through this? Well, this is a time just like that. When we get our lessons again, they come around to test us. And if you can pull yourself back a little in the moment and recognize that this is a time where you're perhaps being tested, you're able to come around the whole situation with a different outlook, and many times with much better outcomes. So that being said, Venus will be going retrograde on May 13th through June 25th. This is a time to really focus on your relationships. This may be in your career, your family, and most definitely within yourself. What do you value? Now that you've been given so many restrictions with, the COVID-19 and everybody being, restricted on what they can and cannot do, you're being forced to acknowledge, what do you appreciate in life? Maybe in your family, your friends, and even material things as well. Venus is all about love and beauty, so it's definitely a time to recognize that. Also, this is a time of rebirth and expansion, so you're being encouraged to slow down and appreciate the simple things in life. You may find instances where difficult relationship issues come to the surface, so that they may be tested. They may be there to bring healing, or maybe forgiveness is needed. Maybe it's time to end a relationship or even to begin again. But do note that when it comes to Venus in retrograde, which is still very unusual because Venus doesn't go in retrograde often, please note that it is always best to wait until Venus is no longer retrograde before you make any major long-term decisions. So I highly suggest waiting until after June 25th. if you are planning to make any major decisions, whether that is to, leave a relationship or to, restore it. So it's always best to wait until you're out of the retrograde, because you will be thinking a lot more clearer. When Venus is in retrograde, we might see things and feel things a little more intensely. A good example is if you needed to purchase a new vehicle, and you're looking at 3 different kinds, and you happen to pick one you normally wouldn't expect to, and you drive off the lot, and Venus goes back into its regular position, and you're like, I don't really like this vehicle anymore. So that's a good example, because we don't always see things as clearly as we should when Venus is in retrograde. So just pay attention to the lessons and the tests that will come around, but also, recognize that it's not a great time to make any major decisions. Now, with Pluto going retrograde on May 14th through September 12th, this is a time where you'll be guided to see the bigger picture, a time where you're able to focus more intently on the small details that may not make sense right now, but they are an important part of the bigger picture, as these ideas and insights guide you on a journey that can bring you true happiness. So it is important to go within and to reevaluate what you're wishing to expand upon in the near future. Jupiter will also be asking you to look at what your beliefs are regarding the world you're living in and the world you're hoping to create for yourself in the future. So as you can see, Venus is going to be in retrograde for about, I think it's close to 6 weeks, but Saturn and Jupiter are definitely a lot longer, more of a few months. So, you're being encouraged to learn from your past, create your future, and these 3 retrogrades are pushing you to be open to receive a review of the lessons that you've been working on over the past few years, so that you may move forward with wisdom and knowledge that you have obtained from your hard work. So think of it again as a review of all the lessons so you can move on to the next phase, the next chapter. And it's important that you take the time to go within and experience and acknowledge what you are feeling and bring that to the surface. Allow yourself to evaluate it, reevaluate it, and then it will help you on your course in this new journey. The next part of your message today for this week is your message from Archangel Michael. And that's reminding you that it is a time you recognize your light. During the past few months, you may have been given the opportunity to witness the love and respect that you receive from others. Is this love and respect given to you with pure intention from others, or do you receive any gratitude at all? Many times you continue to sacrifice your needs in order to fulfill others' needs. Sometimes this is done through your desire to establish peace, while other times you are allowing others to pull from your loving energy when they give you nothing in return. Why do you allow yourself to not be respected and loved? Why do you continue to believe you must do better and achieve more to be recognized, when deep within you know you will never achieve this until you acknowledge and put an end to the never-ending cycle of manipulative behavior from others who steal your joy so that they can profit from your loving energy, leaving you empty and unfulfilled? It is now time to honor yourself. This does not mean throwing your ego around. It means to truly honor yourself by settling and setting necessary boundaries and not allowing others to manipulate and guilt you into doing for them when they are more than capable of doing for themselves. Perhaps it is time you look around and really look at what holds you back and what uplifts you. take a long look at your relationships with those you spend time with. Ask yourself if they treat you with love and respect. And look at the relationship you hold with yourself. Do you even treat yourself with love and respect? And if you don't, then why not? When you are not treating yourself with love and respect, you are showing others how you expect to be treated. You have been given many opportunities to reclaim your power and not give in to those who are not worthy of your light. What is holding you back? Understand that fear and guilt will only continue to keep you stuck with negative, dark erosion that manipulates your worth, leaving you empty. Know that you truly deserve respect and appreciation and love from others and from yourself. So start today, right now, by loving yourself enough to speak up when you're not respected, to set boundaries and follow through with them. And most importantly, by knowing that you are the only one who can make a change by letting go of the belief that you're not worthy. Archangel Michael is here to bring you strength and courage and support. Your desire for happiness, health, and prosperity and abundance is all yours when you are open to loving yourself, respecting yourself, receiving love from others, and beginning today by honoring yourself first. If you don't honor yourself, then no one else will either. Understand the importance of that. This is the prayer from Archangel Michael. Dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see myself as you see me through the eyes of love. Thank you for honoring and respecting me. Please guide me to do the same for myself and grant me the courage to speak up on my own behalf. I ask for your protection in all of my relationships so that I am surrounded by loving and kind people. I wish each and every one of you a wonderful, loving, happy week that is filled with light and encouragement and support and confidence. And know one thing for sure: you are loved and you are worth it. Till next week, I will talk to you soon.